We're just being extra.
Hi, everyone.
Did we start? Did you hit record?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
recording.
hey, y'all. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know. What you gonna get for my birthday? What you gonna get for my birthday?
Hey.
What you gonna get for my birthday?
Hey.
I don't know the rest of the song.
It's my birthday, y'all. We're recording. We're doing work on my birthday. So
We're doing work on my birthday. Listen, she acts like she actually had plans or something.
I
But
had
continue
none.
on.
I had none. It was just good to see you guys. Like,
Oh,
I'll get into it. But hey, if you're listening to us, welcome to the Just Extra podcast with Jackie and Erica. I'm Jackie.
And I'm Erica. Yay! Okay, so you can totally see we have a whole setup. Okay. We're like so official right now. Okay. Yeah, we are in my cozy little apartment. But now it is our studio, Extra Studios. I have no idea. This is compliments of our dear friend Hassan. I'm like, if you see me look this way, it's because Hassan is this way. You've heard his voice before. He's been on an episode of the pod. He was in Ask Your BFF, Ask Your Male BFF.
Ask your male best friend.
Thank you so much. But that's the handle. So feel free to go ahead and follow that ish. We're currently being produced by the Chill Lounge Network.
yes, ma'am.
All right now. Okay. So thank you so much, Hassan, for the audio and situation.
We've been working, y'all. We were actually supposed to do this yesterday, but
We were doing some stuff yesterday.
Yeah, we were.
We were doing a lot of stuff.
I was having a good time.
Yeah.
But we're here
Yay!
now.
So we're really excited to bring you this episode. What are we on? We're on episode 40.
Oh shit.
How do you feel?
Well, it's crazy because once you start getting into a routine, it just feels like another week.
Mhm.
But this is a part of my life now, so
Yeah.
hope to
Like
40
I'm a
more.
part of your life.
Yeah. It's getting weird now.
Okay, so yes, this is our 40th episode, but we're not going to start it any differently than we start our other episodes, which means we start with our extra thoughts. Yay! This is the segment of the podcast where we kind of talk about, our extra thoughts from our previous recording, because sometimes we just be like really in the moment and we got to reflect. We got to reflect on what we be saying and what we be talking about. So what were your extra thoughts from our Summer Body Still Loading episode?
Honestly, when it comes down to body image, I'm going through some, I've realized I don't do transition well at all. I
Okay.
just can't adjust.
Damn.
But when it comes down to me, really looking at my body image, I know that as easy as it is to put on 20 pounds, it's going to be super hard to take it off. I always remember that, but then when it's time to actually do it, it's just okay. For instance, I talked about it I started working out in January, quote unquote, and then all the way up until May, and I didn't lose a damn fucking pound.
We're aging, which we kind of mentioned in our last episode that, the body is different. Our metabolism is different,
That if that's the case, this is gonna fucking suck.
It
I need
is.
to go back to
Yep.
starving myself like I used to.
Oh my gosh, we
Okay.
don't advocate for that.
And that don't.
Oh, please.
Okay, watch this hoe be on Ozempic anytime soon.
No,
okay?
I ain't doing that. I see how it works. It ain't working out.
You okay with your stomach being
Nah,
with
my face.
lead in
Because my
it?
thing is, if I take Ozempic, my face gonna be on the floor along with that.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, you lose fat everywhere on your face, your body. It's just you don't look.
Why
too
your
well.
face gonna be on the floor?
Because you're losing body fat and it's literally drooping. And
So you're gonna have to get a nip tuck.
Yeah. So I think you should just people should have reserved Ozempic for those that actually need it, because now y'all over here getting y'all shit strung up because you don't know how to fucking diet like me. Anyway. So going back to it, just overall, when it comes down to body image, I understand that losing weight is going to be a life change. I have to change my whole life around.
Yeah.
I can't just say, oh, I'm going to work out, but I still eat out and drink crazy every day.
Yeah.
Granted, yeah, I'm still doing that right now, but I understand when it's time to really just do it, I got to do it, and it's got to be a part of my life. When Erlene started losing her weight, she changed her lifestyle around.
Mhm. I mean, it literally takes a whole routine. right? Like you gotta really commit to it being in your routine. Like just as much as you like, I need to brush my teeth and I need to shower and I need to wipe my a-hole today, right? You need to get some movement in, okay? It needs to be really a part of your whole entire like you said, lifestyle, your routine. But I think that sometimes like maintaining a routine can be like difficult. Like I think that like as much as like peace as like a routine can bring you, like life literally be lifing, you know, like life be really lifing.
Like
and sometimes you be like all thrown off of a whole routine. Yeah. Tell us about it.
Yeah, that's me. I normally don't follow any routines at all. I live off of spontaneity, but I realize like as I'm getting older, that's not going to do me any well. Like it was cute when I was younger because like, oh, okay, you're getting your life together. But now it's like, you're in your 30s, bitch, get it together. What's up? Like, and you know, my new job is like, it's all about time management.
I was just going to say, I have been dubbed the time manager.
Yeah, she's going to be my time manager.
Lifetime manager. Okay. Yeah, not to be confused with lifetime. I am just Jackie's.
I have to check in with her to see if I need to, like, can I fit in the shower? Or
yeah,
can I,
because she be acting like she has time for literally everything when she has 30 minutes. And it's very interesting.
I'm serious. That really is me. I'm just like, okay, if I go ahead and I lay down for 5 minutes, wake up and I get in the shower, take less than 10 minutes, that means I have like 15 minutes to do my makeup. But then I realize, oh, my hair's not done, or oh, I smudged myself. Like if I perfectly time everything out, I could make it work. But then I don't, because then I remember I got to put my shoes on, leave out my house, and that's some other shit.
Okay. So I guess,
I just don't, it's just, it's like I said, the concept of time is very weird to me. But again, time manager, that's why I asked you, like, do I have time for this?
Well, we don't really have time to get into her lack of time management. So that is just going to move us right along to our catch-up.
I gotta take the time because we can't see what time, how long we're speaking.
That says 7.5 minutes, and we started a little bit after 7.5 minutes. Okay. So, or at least we're gonna cut out some of the fluff.
Y'all
at 7. Y'all good. Y'all at 7.
Okay. As you can hear Hassan in the background, he's over here doing his shit. This is really cool. Honestly,
we're blessed. We're blessed to have him. But go ahead, catch the folk up.
Shoot. Okay. Again, more apartment crap. Look, we have some additional updates today. All right. So I'm moving. I've made the decision. I'm happy. So Erica and Hassan came and they checked out the new place with me. The thing I will say, let's talk about the good stuff first, and then we'll get into like the, you know, maybe not. Walked in. She showed us the unit. This was actually the smaller version of the unit I would be going into. Love it, updated, good, new build. How can you complain? And it's just right in between the suburbs and the city. Like I like it. I don't think I'm a city girl, honestly.
Not a city girl. It's not a good time to be.
Not a suburban hoe either. Not all the way until I find like my nigga or whatever.
I understand.
And so
I thought she doesnn't use the N-word, but that's the inside. That's the inside. That's the inside.
Definitely used
anyway,
the ER.
Continue. Let's roll right along. Continue. So you get in your new apartment.
Definitely use the ER, hard ER.
Oh, I definitely do. Especially if you piss me off.
Okay, so the new apartment.
Anyway, it's nice. I applied for it. And like the only thing that's kind of disturbing me is the fact that it was raining the day we went to go see it. And it was freaking flooding out there. Like the parking lot was flooding. Like to the point where another resident came in like, hey, you gonna fix that or what? And so I was just like, see, I didn't have this issue with my old place. There was no flooding, no nothing. The only thing I have to worry about is gunshots, you know? And that's like once in a while, you know what I'm saying? But you know, pick and choose. A little robbery here and there. A little somebody breaking in your mailbox. Just some felonies, but no flooding.
Got it.
So that's the thing that's concerning me. But we're gonna go ahead and just do it anyway because
they said they're working on it. They said the whatever they need, pump, whatever.
I don't believe nobody out here.
Yeah, I know. Trust issues.
Yeah, Houston, first off, I already have trust issues, but Houston apartment, like hunting and just living and being has just like exuberated very well. So
yeah. No, I understand because these hoes is slow, first and foremost.
They dirty. They cheap.
Y'all want to sing y'all song that y'all had made up about Houston?
Ah, darn it. I don't really remember it.
What? Welcome to Houston.
The land of prostitution.
Go to Bissonnette. Get some neck. That's all I got. That's all. Look, it was good. I had a good time with that. Okay.
I should have put a beat in the background.
You could do it in post, okay?
Do your thing.
I'm dying. Okay, yeah. So
This our Podfather. Fuck who you talking about. Podfather over here. Okay. So, okay. Well, how are you, honey? I'm just saying, I'm going to leave it here. Long story short, we got a long road ahead of us. Prepare to be sick of me as far as hearing all these apartment updates. You know, me and Erica are rooming right now. I appreciate you, but, you know, I know you're ready.
Listen, I'm not annoyed. You just got here, first and foremost.
I'm ready too. That's it.
So, yeah, speak for yourself.
Okay.
Speak for yourself.
I just thought we would relate.
I'm not annoyed with you.
Okay.
So what's going on in my life? You know what? I am annoyed with you because I'm a time manager. Okay. I'm the time manager, and Jackie needs to understand how, one, I don't know. I guess we are two separate individuals. We are two very different people.
Yes, that's why we're friends.
And I got interesting. That's very interesting. I'm going to still have to process. And I just feel like, you know, so again, it's Jackie's birthday. We had a whole weekend situation. You know, I know we did her whole little situation in the two episodes ago. Okay. Birthday blues and Biden, watch it, listen, whatever. And, yeah, I just feel like for this weekend, it was just very interesting. You know, like I have never been so play it by ear ever in my entire life. Like I have never not known if I could have breakfast or if we're going to go out for brunch. Like I have never really been in a situation where I really don't know what the next like 2 hours looks like. And that's very interesting for me, especially for like a birthday situation. I know we kind of talked about this in our episode kind of from yesterday, see if that gets seen. But like, I'm just like, that was a very interesting experience for me. And we don't have to go deep into it. I just would like for you to know, touch me because you can. I just would like for you to know that whatever you would like to do for your birthday, I will show up for you.
Thank you.
I will be there for you for whatever it is that you would like to do. You just got to tell a hoe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know myself sometimes.
You do know.
So
you got to trust yourself.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, again, I understand that you'll be here for me. And even if you can't, you know, I don't take it to heart because
you're always going to the negative.
No, it's not the negative. It's just
I'm gonna
more
be
so.
there. If you tell me,
it's me being realistic.
I reserved it. I know when your birthday is.
I understand. I just like, okay, for instance, like I said, we talked about Dolphin. Like he already planned something out that day, but he had a little squeeze of time to like say hello. I was really okay.
I wouldn't have. No shade. Love you, Dolphin. I wouldn't have done that. I literally left it open for you.
I understand, but also we are getting to a point where like I have to take accountability for myself too. Like I didn't say anything. I didn't tell nobody.
You didn't set yourself up for success on that one.
So it's just like if someone couldn't come or just like, well, I already have plans. Like I'm not going to get upset. It's just,
I think you are self-sabotaging. I think you are just, I don't know, just you already think the worst. So you are setting it up so that the worst can happen. But anyway,
because my life's already fucked up. Okay. Again, I am in between houses right now. I'm trying to figure out, can I get this house? I just started a new job, quit this old job. Like, it's just a lot going on right now. And it's just like, I've had many birthdays that were an afterthought to others and myself as well, where like, I recently in my adult years started celebrating my birthday harder, you know, but it's just like, okay, life has just been very interesting to me where it's just at the bottom. And the fact that I've been getting like calls and messages all day, that's honestly just, I was okay with that. Like, I understand like birthdays are a lot and mean a lot. But I just have, I don't know. I could see why some people just let it be another day sometimes.
Yeah, I just would like to let you know that you don't have to prepare for or accept the bare minimum. Like you can be excited for like a lot, and you should be.
I would like Maybe next year, like I said, maybe next year I'll plan something ahead of time. Like I said, I want to do like a cruise or something. Like
Now, communicate it, okay?
I'll give
And
you
especially
all my
something a
time.
little, the larger it is, the more time you need to plan ahead.
Again, like I said, I understand. Like the last big thing I like I said, my birthday that I planned was in Vegas, and that did not work out how I wanted to work out at all. Like at all. But it just
There's just a
I
few
know.
bad apples in the batch.
It's just they all have penises.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what
But
we learn.
no niggas on birthday trips. Like that's
All right,
it.
works for
I
me.
just don't do that. Especially never mind. Anyway, just you heard about it. I talked about it many times if we're friends. Just don't let people come in and ruin your birthday plans just because they feel insecure about your friends. Like it's just weird. You ain't got no money.
And you ain't got no money to be making no type of
You ain't got
decisions.
no
You better
money to
be
be
happy
making nothing.
that you're getting along to go along. You better be happy.
I should have left his ass where he was.
Shoulda. Okay, so who are we excited about that, showed up? We're excited that Hassan's in town. So that's really great for us.
Thanks for showing up, Hassan. I understand. Thank you for, I've actually had a very great week, honestly. Just like this little spot, like, even though I'm thinking about a lot of crap, we had those little pockets of moments where we could just focus on like just chilling. And I just wanted to chill. Like I haven't been able to like just chill and relax like the past couple weeks. Like fully. Because even when I was in the Airbnb, like I still had those 2 jobs I was, juggling at the same time. So that was annoying as hell. So thank you, Hassan. You're welcome. I said it for you. It's fine.
Thank you. You beat me to it.
So yeah, we've had a couple of different activities. I don't know if you want to go into depth or anything like that. We are about like maybe 15 in.
Honestly, these 15 minutes are kind of dragging a little bit. So
Dragging?
Not dragging, but just like when we look up, maybe like 27 minutes sometimes or like 40 minutes, like fuck.
I
This
just
is like
wanna
we
say-
haven't made it into extra.
I just
extra.
want to say that you guys are doing great.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
So go ahead and keep doing it.
Amazing.
Y'all good.
Perfect.
Don't
And
worry
he
about
said
it.
we could drag it a little bit if we need
Yeah,
to.
y'all
yeah.
need to. Go ahead.
Maybe I still shouldn't scream, but oh my god.
Yeah, that
that's
sounded
edited.
real
If y'all hear any other laughter or sound bites in the background, we talk about our favorite hoe. Okay, shout out to Early.
Nice.
Gang, gang. Okay, so we're all just sitting around because it's Jackie's birthday, and we want to bang some Mexican food shortly.
I am so
okay?
excited, y'all.
Look, she drinking.
When is it? When is
We
it
got
coming?
alcohol in this episode. Y'all know what this means.
When is it coming? The delivery time.
It's 8:25.
Oh, it says 8:25?
Yeah.
Oh, 8:25. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
All
Okay. So speaking of Arlene, we've been seeing her boyfriend around a few times now. Boyfriend. Wow. I don't know the last time I've said anything about a boyfriend. And I'm still not talking about my own. So boyfriend, what's that like?
I don't know. It's been a minute since I had a boyfriend.
I guess I had
niggas.
one, but he had no money.
That ain't no
It was more like a
boyfriend.
live-in, smokes on my
Oh.
weed, but talks to me person.
That's a hostage situation.
He was not held hostage.
No, you were.
Oh. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're not offended, and I hope you're doing well. So since we've been
Wait, they watched the podcast?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
He don't need to be focused on the podcast.
Yeah,
he needs to
I
be
hope
focused
you're
on
doing
himself.
well on your life. Yeah, focus on yourself. So we've met him. When do you feel like is the appropriate time to introduce your friends to who you're seeing?
I thought about that because there have been dudes that, y'all have never met or you'll meet at the very tail end of my like time with this person. Like, no, gotta go. But I think when I feel comfortable with this person and I'm sure about my relationship with them, then I'll, let you guys meet them. Like, yeah, that's just me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you said it. When you feel sure about the relationship, I think is like ideal. I feel like y'all have met Brokey though. But that was just
You were sure about y'all
I was
relationship.
sure about that relationship.
Yeah, you were sure about this ain't that. And but yeah, y'all can hang out.
Yeah, and we were in the comfort of my home. Like it was really just like a
We went out to dinner one time.
Did we?
Yeah, we went to some Mexican restaurant.
Oh yeah. Wow.
That was funny.
Lanifas.
Yeah.
Well, we were trying to go there. I think we went next door.
Yeah, we went next door.
Yeah.
All right.
It's whatever.
But I feel like just when you're sure about the relationship you have with this person, like me and him, like we have this dynamic, and I know who this person is. So I feel comfortable bringing this person around you guys.
Mhm.
Now I got to work on like obviously doing it faster, but
Interesting. Why do you think that you wait?
because I don't know who this nigga is. So I'm like, I got to make sure.
I would like to
Because
point out the second time that she said the N-word,
you
but-
know me, you know I've dated some really off guys. So
Yeah.
I just,
What?
I feel like they're off, very different. And, you know, I don't want to bring anybody around y'all that's going to be bad energy. And also, like, again, I'm trying to tailor and change who I'm dating. But I've dated guys that honestly, like, they're just not nice people.
Mm.
So why would I bring a nice person around you?
So if you, okay, why are you bringing the not nice person around you?
Oh, yeah, that's something I had to figure out. I like the challenge. But, you know, I'm like Beauty and the Beast was also like kind of like one of my favorite movies.
Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah.
You like the Beast?
I just like the
Yeah.
fact that, like, stop. Because I just kind of like, oh, he rough around the edges and he ain't fucking with nobody but me. But I have to realize, like, you gonna start being mean to me. It's a superiority complex I've had in my brain. I like feeling special, but maybe I shouldn't learn how to feel special that way. Sometimes you just like a little mean ass nigga because you like so nice and they just kind of balance you out a little bit. There's just something there.
I don't think I like any mean individuals. But what I think I do like is a little danger. Like I think
And
I
that
do
too.
like a little like, because I feel like I'm pretty much a good person in a lot of my life. Like I do what I'm supposed to do. I like be following the rules and stuff. Like, you know, I show up at work and like I be whatever. Like I got my life together. Like whatever. So I'm like, where do I get to act up? And I feel like it's with the men.
With the nigga. You like, you know what? My whole life is in order. Let me get with this
Yeah.
degenerate.
But I'm also a unhealed human being. So that's probably a lot of it as well. So
I think we have a lot of healing to do.
we sure do. I had therapy earlier today. And if you know what that means, it's Monday past 4 p.m. All right, cool. Anything else you'd like to say? We never put a time period to it. So do you feel like it should occur in a certain period of time?
No, I don't think so. I feel like
There's no time.
I would love, well, I think it would be, well, like I said, you all have never met some people that I dealt with. So,
Y'all definitely haven't met everybody that's been in this cooch. That's a lot.
I was gonna let you finish that one. I was like, okay, you go finish this joke. Yeah, I feel like honestly, ideally, like 3 months would be okay. I feel like that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if it's just something casual, like a good like gathering where you could kind of disappear, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like how Arlene kind of brought her new guy around. I was just like, okay, yeah. It's not like everybody's in that person's face.
Yeah. How do you want your man to act when he first meets your friends? Like, what do you think is
Fucking manners at the very fucking least.
Okay.
Say hello and then have some
Alright.
fucking manners.
Okay.
After that, that's your business. I mean, that's just it. Because I've had people come into like my parents' house and literally go sit down. Don't say hi to nobody.
Oh my God.
So that's not, I mean, yeah, I told you, like, they very nice. I don't know how it happened. It just, challenge, a bad boy. Oh, I can love him better. I can heal him with my love. That's how I kind of went through it. So.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like, okay, I don't know if I have a time frame on it as well, but I'm trying to think like what feels good. I feel like 3 months feels good. Depends on how consistent you are with like seeing him and talking to him. And like, I feel like that would determine like how quickly I could get to know him. But I feel like consistently, 3 times or so a week. Is that too much? I would say depends. It ramps up, right? So maybe that first month, it's like you get the weekends, we just agree to like every Saturday, like the first 3 weeks. And then maybe after that, we're starting to do like 2 times a week for the next like 2 weeks. And then maybe like that, I don't know what week we're on now, but like then it's like 3 times, but like that's kind of consistent to
Can I
me.
say,
So by like 3 months of that, I feel like that would be good.
I think this is where the time management thing comes in, but also this is where I feel like this is where like, time probably doesn't matter sometimes because you never know. Like if I don't feel if I'm not sure about who you are, if I don't know where I want to be in this relationship at like a certain time frame, and it's just like, yeah, we're coming up. You know how Steve Harvey had his 90-day rule and stuff like that. So I'm just like, even that rule I kind of threw out the window because if I fuck you early, then I fuck you early. If I fuck you late, I fuck you late. It's just when I feel like it's right,
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. Okay. All right. Well, maybe we should move over into our extra portion of the podcast. This is really our things in the news, things we've seen on the internet segment. We just be talking pop culture, what the kids are talking about, really what's trending. So Jack, you got the first topic. What we talking about?
Honestly, I thought we would kind of like wrap this into like a bow because I just wanted to just talk about Black women, like, and just in general. Like, there's just a lot going on with like the election, Kamala. You have the Olympics, Simone Biles, Sha'Carri Richardson, and then you also have Black women in the media on not so great news. Sonya Massey. Like, I genuinely think that Black women are the heart of America, but we're also considered very much tools, like any other people of color. Like we are used for what we're good for. But if no one sees any use of us or just any like humanity in us, we're just easily disposed of. And also I just thought about the fact that like, especially with all the gender wars and stuff happening like that, like there's just a lot of attack, I just feel, onto Black women. And all we're doing is just trying to survive out here. Like we're the group that in the past decade has become the most degreed, but at the same time, we're least married, considered least desirable. So I just wanted to like focus on like the more recent news and how, Black women are really just coming up in America. Any other Kamala news or anything that you've heard of recently? I've heard that everyone's coming around and raising a lot of money for her. Yeah. Her sororities coming together. How much money did they raise?
The sorority specifically?
Yeah.
I don't know how much that sorority
Oh my gosh. So
raised.
She's a AKA and they got together on a conference and raised like at least $1 million, like over $1 million.
There's been several groups that have been getting on Zoom calls raising a lot of money. So there was a Black women specific call. So I don't know I'm sure there were some AKAs on that call or if the AKAs had their own separate call, but there was a specific Black women call, a specific Black men's call, white women, shout out to some of y'all for allies. So there have been different communities that have gotten together and have fundraised, and they've all raised, I've heard, over $1 million in their individual, demographic groups. And so Kamala Harris is officially the number one or like the highest, I don't know. She has raised the most money as a presidential candidate in our history in a 24-hour period. She raised $81 million in 24 hours, and that is the most that a presidential candidate has raised in that time frame. And so this is really very interesting to me because it's like unexpected in my opinion that like maybe the Democratic Party has really felt re-energized, right? Like there's just so much more momentum now, I think, in the party that like there's a lot of support. Like we're all kind of rallying around her. A lot of people endorsed her in a very quick time frame. When we dropped that episode, it literally, I already told y'all, it was literally like 2 minutes before we decided to start recording that news came out, and we were doing a double bulk recording. So we recorded both those episodes like back to back. So like it's now been, I don't know, 2 weeks.
It's been a week.
a literal week because Biden gave his final actual statement earlier this week that I haven't had an opportunity to listen to. But yeah, it's just great to see a lot of energy around Kamala. This could be so momentous as a Black woman, president, the first that we would have, which is like crazy. I think there's a tax though on her, obviously, as to be expected. I think the funniest one to me is that we can't have a president that doesn't have children.
Please.
She's a childless woman, a cat lady, according to JD Vance.
I didn't know she didn't have any kids.
She does not have biological children, but her husband Doug has children that she's been raising. I want to say at least a decade. I don't know. I could be off on that, but she's been a stepmom to their kids. And even the biological mother put out a statement that said, Kamala is very active. She's a wonderful co-parent. Like she's, whatever. And so y'all could calm down. I wonder, they're really pulling at straws for this narrative. Yeah, that's
like, okay, now you're gonna come. My thing is, even if she had kids, they would say, shouldn't she be home with her kids or something? Like, it's just some stupid shit. They're always gonna come up with something.
Was that supposed to be Trump voice you just did?
Yeah, I tried to. I liked it. Fuck it. It's just like he's just gonna come up with anything. Like they're all gonna that's just what they do.
Because they can't literally come out and say like, I hate that black hoe.
I mean, what they're really going to do if they decide to come after, and this is just my opinion, they may not do it, but they're going to really go after the people that she's prosecuted and put away and like how it has impacted Los Angeles and like.
Yeah, they're also going to talk about whether or not she's going to put out she made a statement about the ceasefire for Gaza, but she did that, as vice president a few months ago. And she said for at least 90 days after we all stopped cheering. And then she did write another letter, basically right before Biden, I guess, did his talk. I forgot what it was for, so forgive me. But she put out another statement earlier last week that was like, there will be absolutely no, Israel speak, like we don't stand with anyone who is pro Hamas or whatever her actual specific words were. And I just commented on the post and I was like, this is not it, Miss Ma'am, because like that is also a really huge topic as to why, Joe Biden, we weren't really going for him because he was a pro genocider, and so she just can't be on that side, and we need to see a more firm statement there. So I think, yes, some people are attacking her policies. Some people are still attacking the fact that like this don't change nothing from a genocide perspective. So, she definitely still has to. I haven't listened to the Around the Way Curls podcast episode yet, but I saw a clip of it and I've been listening to a couple other different people. And I think that like we are never going to have a perfect candidate. Like we are never going to have a 100% perfect. They got everything that I, really care about. We're on the exact same side on 100% of them. They have never made a mistake. They have never, played the game. They have never done whatever. Like that is not going to be it. And we shouldn't be looking to Kamala to be that person, like to finally be that candidate that we 100% can get behind, because that's not going to be the case. Like, we can't be looking at her as a celebrity. We can't be looking at her in any other way than like a civil servant. And so she's going to make, mistakes, and we should be able to talk to, her about what she should be doing for us. But I also want to, level set us and like pros and cons, because at the end of the day, what could happen under a Trump presidency is really, really, really wild. The Project 2025, there's also something called, I don't know if it's Project 47, but something 47, which is very similar to Project 2025 that we should be aware of.
Honestly, I was just happy to vote for somebody else other than Biden. So I was just like, not to say like whoever replaced him, but my thing is, if I had to choose, okay, fine. At least this particular candidate can speak up for themselves. No shade to Biden, but like I said, he's not doing well.
Yeah. Donald Trump is so afraid now that it's like, what happened to the anywhere, anytime, anywhere comments about a debate? Now you like running around. You like,
it's cool. I just feel like at the end of the day, now we got a race. Now we got something to talk about. We need another debate.
Lord, help us.
Okay. Well, moving on, let's talk about the Black women that has, that's representing the USA in the Olympics. So
USA, it's like the only time I feel like I could be excited about being
That's
American.
the only time America comes together when it comes down to the Olympics. We just on Team USA. And I ain't gonna lie, I tried to watch some this weekend. Everything's just getting started, but I'm excited. I think I saw Sha'Carri. She did something like 100-meter online and she killed that shit. I'm very excited for her.
Gang, gang.
We're just being extra.
Oh, we back, y'all. Look, we have to look. See, this is the fun part about recording in like a studio. We could just stop and have a little lunch break, dinner break.
It was a half of a dinner break because that's how much time I had.
That burrito was really good. Well, actually, I'll give it a 7. Yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10.
I'm going to give my food like a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
You know what it's missing? No puff. All
right.
That might be the seasoning it needs. Because listen, dry, it's a 6.
I don't know. Shoot.
Bring back Lynettas. Lynetta, if you're out there listening, I'd like you to come back into my life. I miss you so much on my tongue.
It's a food truck that every time I go to, it ain't nowhere to be found. But
because bring them back. Bring back Lynetta.
I mean, look. Especially, you know what? This transition is gonna be so
bring
bad.
back.
Hey y'all. I'm trying to get my shit right back in order. Okay. So we left off talking about the Olympics. Long story short, I'm excited for the Olympics. I'm just excited to see our Black girls really bring it home. Simone Biles actually had to apologize to one of her old captains for being the oldest on her team at 22. I don't have the girl's name, so y'all have to look it up. But there was this girl who was 22 that was a captain on the team. And she called her a grandma when she first started. But now Simone Biles is 27. She's the oldest female gymnast that's actually going to be like actually competing. And so she had to kind of bite her words. So I thought
she was making fun of somebody who was 22?
Yes.
For being old because she was younger than them at 20 before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, we all got to do it, okay? We all think that 30 is old and then all of a sudden you're 30.
And you like, damn, where did time go? And then you look up and you're like, this ain't so bad. Actually, I prefer this more than my 20s. So that's just me being honest.
I agree.
So, I mean, let's go ahead and transition to a more heavier topic.
Speaking of people thinking that they're old, can you imagine dying at the age of 36? That's how old Sonya Massey was, 36 years old, when she got shot in the head by a police officer. I should have looked up his freaking name. Somebody tell me his name. Production. And so,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, screaming. Yeah.
This is no laughing matter. Okay. Yeah, literally she called for the police in Springfield, Illinois, called for the police because she felt like there was an intruder on her property. Called for the police. The 2 police officers arrive. The first thing she says to them is, please don't hurt me. And they respond like, why would we hurt you? You called us. And so, yeah, basically I heard that like before they even knocked on the door that they were like flashing their flashlight into her home. So imagine you thinking that there's an intruder, right? You've called the police. Now all you see is like flashlights coming through your home. Do you think that puts you in a calming state, or do you think that you're a little bit more alert?
Just watching the video, they just violated a lot of her personal rights as like, a homeowner, and just, hey, I'm calling you all. Like, first off, they followed her into the home. They didn't even like ask to come in. Like, it was just very interesting to see. Overall, I was just very disappointed at the events that led up to it. I was just paying attention. I'm just like, And everything was fine. But then you started to see and hear when they were asking for identification, they were just very short with her. It's just like you could tell they're just looking at her home. And I don't know if you actually looked at her home. It wasn't very well kept.
Mhm.
And, they were just like, okay, show us this, show us that. Okay, what are you doing? Now, what's over there? Turn that off. What are you doing with that? It was very short. The officer that killed her, unfortunately, has a record of being dismissed so many times.
Can we talk about
And his name
what
was
specifically
Sean
happened?
Grayson.
Sean Grayson.
Mhm.
Thank you so very much. Sean Grayson. So for those who haven't seen the video, because I understand that it's traumatic.
And you don't have to see it.
You don't have to see it. I think, so what Jackie was saying was that they literally instructed her to turn off her stove because she had a stove of like boiling water over on the stove. And she went to the stove and started to pour out the water into the sink. And the way that I guess the body cam footage is set up, she's taking a couple of steps towards this man. However, she's like across the room. She's across, like, I don't know, I can't estimate, 30 feet at least across the room. There's an island or like a peninsula, like in the way, countertop in between her and an officer. She's clearly, you told me to dump the water, right? So I'm dumping the water in the sink. And she notices that the police officer takes a step back. And she's just like, what are you doing? And he's like, I don't want to get splat by water. Or like, you're holding this pot of water. I don't want to get water in the face, boiling water to the face. And she's just like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
And that devil came up out of him.
Jumped. Okay. Literally was awakened. Okay. Because he said, what'd you say? She said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And drew his weapon in 5 seconds. She's ducking underneath the camera or underneath the counter and puts like the pot of water. She says, I'm sorry. Puts the pot of water, peeks up, pop, pop, pop. I think it was 3 shots that killed her. And what's actually really sickening to me is the fact that like no one tried to save her life. 2, that he was like, we had to do it right. I wasn't going to take no water to the face. I wasn't going to take boiling water to the face.
It would have got all of.
He called her a crazy effing bee. Okay. When other police officers showed up and was like, you okay? And he's like, yeah, she a crazy effing bee. You just shot and killed somebody who was not a threat. They literally walked into the house and the police saw other police officers entering the scene, was like, where's the weapon? And he was like, what? Where's the weapon? She didn't have a gun. She was going to throw water on my face. And they all immediately knew, uh-oh.
Here he go again.
What? What? Now, you were about to get into the fact that he's been discharged from every place of employment he's ever had.
That man is traumatized. And I'll just say this, like, the fact that you are trained to see every single thing as a threat and you can respond with deadly force, I don't agree with that. But I don't agree with a lot of things that law enforcement
Where
does.
was your taser? Like, you really thought you were so threatened? Like, where was and I shared something on my personal Instagram that was like, I wish that police would have to undergo more than 6 months of training if I, as a lawyer, am declared that I know the law efficiently at 8 years. Can y'all get a couple years to train? Because maybe then you could enforce the law better if you actually knew what you were enforcing, sir. And then also just from like community efforts, like I just wish we should have other people to call besides the police. Like there should be other resources for people to call besides the police that are equipped to handle various number of situations.
Unfortunately, this was a situation that called for her to call the police. She thought she had an intruder. She thought she had a peeping Tom. This was a case where her personal safety was
maybe
at
like
risk.
Community watch.
Because
I don't trust the police.
Erica, this was a situation where she literally said, I need the police's assistance.
Yeah.
And she ended up dead.
Oh, so we're back at the years of training because these hoes still, if they're supposed to be the ones that are called to know this ish, they didn't know that ish.
When I say like to be just any other, like just to have any form of civil service or just a profession, you have to, I agree with you. You need years of training. To be a nurse, you need at least to be just a licensed practitioner nurse, you need a year of experience. You need a year of like training. to show like I can actually be in charge of this person's care. You're in charge of our lives out here. For you to feel like at the end of the day, I can see everything as a threat and I can still kill you and get off. No, in order to wear something, to hold something that like to have that shield, I want to know that you are proven that you can do this. You've had personal, like mental health training. You've had evaluations on yourself. You know how to talk to people. You have basic communication.
You know the community that you're about to serve and understand. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus is something that is a black what is it?
It's just a it's a term. It's just a basic term to say, like, oh please,
colloquial.
I can't
Y'all
do
got
that. Y'all got it.
Y'all got it. Okay. So yes, 1,000% that they should be better equipped. And then also like we be talking about DEI hires and whatnot. Y'all hoes wanted to hire the gang, okay, the crew, the white man that y'all so familiar with over anybody else just to fill this position. And y'all be mad that the DEI hires got jobs. We actually know what we're doing. What y'all got? Privilege. Because anybody in their right mind would be asking questions about this man's background. Like, why don't nobody want to retain him? Why he got discharged from the military? Like, why all the things? And like, y'all really don't care about your, like that experience, the experience of a white man. Y'all just assume, good, fine, perfect. He looks like me. I'm gonna hire that hoe.
You already know the police was created for us.
Yes,
the rules, all the rules were created for us. And for anybody that thinks otherwise, I just feel like you really, and this is why I really hated the fact that they commodified and bastardized the term woke, because it's just being aware. Like, unless you know your history, hence why they didn't want us to read, hence why they're trying to get rid of all the history books and anything that pertains to knowing the history of other races. They don't want you to understand that police was not created for us.
Yeah.
I mean, they were created for us, but not to benefit us.
Correct.
Unfortunately.
And everybody get out there and vote, okay? Because Donald Trump, if elected, wants to provide 100% immunity to police officers if elected, which means, what's his name, Sean?
Boy, get on that mic.
My bad. His name was
Garland,
Sean. It's right here. It was Sean Garrison. Grayson. My bad, Grayson.
Okay. People like him underneath Donald Trump's reign would be let off because he was doing his official police duty, apparently. And his official police duty is to shoot people when he's not in danger. And so, therefore, he gets immunity and all them hoes be cool.
And I say this, and then this will be my last thing, because I don't want anybody to think like, you just hate cops. I just, well, I don't hate all cops. I do hate the ones that sit up and, uphold a system in place that doesn't really serve them.
I don't trust any of y'all.
Especially like my black police officers.
Definitely not you.
Like, that is, but I
really be questioning your whole life decisions.
I mean, I'm gonna say this for me. I have had good cops in my circle. I've had encounters with good cops. I've gotten let off a lot of times. I mean, granted, okay, maybe because of certain privileges I have, but at the end of the day, I can't say all are bad, but I do feel like the ones that are good are stifled by a system that upholds a lot of bullshit in place.
I think a lot of people go into policing because they're power hungry. And I think that y'all probably all need some real mental health like support. Because I think a lot of y'all are just like really excited to have a gun and some power, and that people got to listen to y'all, even though y'all don't know what you're talking about. Y'all just really want an excuse and a badge to be rude to people, most of y'all. Now, I'm sure there's a few, but y'all got to talk to your homies because they ruined it for you. So get it together.
I do believe they need to be held accountable, and I don't think anybody's above the law. But, again,
Donald Trump's about to make y'all hoes above the law. So get out there and don't vote for him.
It's quite heavy. I just want to say, like, again, we're going to be talking about her for a while and the things that have taken place, because unfortunately, anybody who looks like me or looks like you or looks like Hassan, once they are killed and killed in front, like just broadly killed. Like in order to have change, I have to be killed in front of a camera, you know?
Mm-hmm.
For the world to see. And there's still people out here in comment sections like, well, she could have thrown the pot. Well, she did. She was looking crazy. You're over here justifying the fact 3 bullets went in someone's head over a pot of water. So go suck my dick over that.
Suck it real good.
That's it. How's that?
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate that we that we need cameras. So I mean,
it's exhausting. Honestly, we've had this. We've been doing this song and dance since Tamir Rice, since I'm sorry, Zimmerman.
Trayvon Martin.
Yeah. We've been doing the song and dance for a long
Emmett Till. Let's go
for a
back.
long-
Keep it back.
all the way
Keep it
back.
back. All the way back.
Way back.
Yeah,
Since we
definitely
were
longer than
brought
that.
into this country against our will.
I'm
Pose.
look, shit.
Our reparations.
But I'm literally talking about modern times where our murders are recorded, whether it's over the phone, on camera phone, street lights, like the fact that have been made like, and I just can't stand the fact that people still want to gaslight us. Like, it's just for some reason, oh, well, you just got to act right. If you act right, you'll probably get let off. You should just do what he says. But people do literal.
She was
everything
doing
that they
exactly what
say.
he said, which was, can you
First off,
get
Philando
this water
Castile
out of the
showed us you can do exactly what they tell you. You still end up dead. So, again. It sucks. It's really tough. But,
All right. Well, I think on that note, we can transition into our main topic when we're talking about like what is tough. You know, change.
change has to come.
Change is gonna come.
Yes.
Okay. So Jacqueline, tell us about the change. We're not talking about the change like menopause.
No, not yet.
Not there yet.
Shit. I'm stressing myself out to the point.
She might be early.
Look, you never know. All right. So, this episode, we're going to be talking about fear and, change in general. Good change, bad change. But,
Chump change.
What change does for your life. For me, I realize I don't really adjust to change very well. It's very stressful, especially if I didn't plan it out. I am a spontaneous person, but at the same time, when change comes to the point where it like shakes and rocks my whole world, like on the everyday basis, like this change of me starting a new job while also moving at the same time, I'm trying to get the flow. I can't catch a flow right now. There's no flow to catch at this moment in time. And, that's a little scary. I have a lot of fear regarding change, and that's why I kind of don't really do too much. So I think that's probably why I wear kind of the same clothes all the time, why I've stayed in the same apartment for so long. Like change is scary.
Mm. Yeah, I'm someone who has a fear of the unknown. I don't like not knowing. I like to know what is expected so I know how to best prepare for that situation, because being caught off guard to me, I'd prefer not. Like it just, I think what it does more emotionally than like, I think, whatever, I can manage most things, but I think the anxiety or what it produces physically in my body is the part that I would like to avoid. Like the physical, like unsteadiness that I feel, unsafe, the insecurity that I would feel, that's the ish that I hate the most about change versus like what specifically is different. Like it is, okay, well, what now does this mean? How am I going to be safe in this scenario? Like that to me is why change is very intimidating for me. Like, cause I'm just like, what's going to happen? I don't know. I don't like it. I like to be prepared.
Yeah, I feel like when change comes, it's crazy. What certain change comes, and it's going to happen in your life, like these transitions, like moving, new career, graduation, death. life. These are things you could anticipate, but you'll never be fully prepared for it actually happening. Like, I've been preparing for graduation and transitioning into this new life for however long, but the fact that it just happened, I just feels like, oh God, this is not cool. I was in orientation today and everyone was just so ready. And I'm just like, I gotta sell my stuff and I'm over here thinking about all this other stuff. And it's my birthday too. So I'm not even paying attention to what's really happening. And I'm like, damn, I'm not ready for this. Maybe I should just step back. Like, maybe I should get my old job back. I thought about it for a quick second. Cause I was just like, nah, I need something regular, something I know. But then I was just like, it's okay. I'll be all right. But it's freaky though. I'm in a room full of new people, some young, some old, some so ready, some very intimidated like I am. It's just like, you just never know. Because I think on the other side of it is like there's your license on the line, something you worked so hard for that can easily be taken away because you made a mistake, And if I don't get the rest I need, and if I don't get into a flow that I need, I could make that mistake and I could hurt somebody. So, that gives a little bit more. Yeah.
I guess, yeah, I'm hearing you. You have a lot of different things that are up in the air at this moment. Well, not really, because you kind of know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. It's just a lot of different things that are happening. Nothing that you haven't necessarily experienced before. I think that, I'm like trying to think. I'm like, it's the new apartment. It's a new job. That's all. I'm not trying to minimize your experience, but I'm trying to help you become more comfortable with like what you are dealing with in the present, right? Like, what are you juggling right now? Besides the new apartment, the new job.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's enough, especially when you didn't expect one to like topple over the other, So, like, I thought I was just going to be focused on the job. But in this instance, now I got to worry about fighting, running after people. First off, it's okay. It's not just moving. Pack your shit,
everything
get out.
That comes with the moving.
It's now I got to get you to say yes. I got to get them to say no. I got to make you not charge me, them charge me. It's like a whole nother crap on top of just moving, It's like, damn, what I got to do now? It's always something, but it's okay. No, it's not okay. I'm not okay, but that's okay.
It's not okay.
But that's okay. It's okay to be not okay.
What is that? Some Jessie J? It's okay not to be okay. That's Jessie J. I know it is.
I don't listen to that girl.
Oh, it's a girl?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? We can kind of we talked about this, about not having fears and stuff like that. Did you want to talk more about that?
We talked about deepest fears. Only one of us didn't have one.
See?
What? Okay, so we were playing a nice little game, and we asked the question, what is your deepest fear? And I think we had a lot of good conversation around like what really, we're scared of, what's giving us anxiety in life. Like if we were to die today, like what would we, be thinking about? Like what would we have wanted to happen for ourselves? And so me personally, I'd be thinking about death, mortality a lot. And, I was thinking about like, one, just the, I don't know about I just said it, the unknown. I'd be scared. I'm like, What is death? What is death?
You dead.
Like, what is it though?
Nothing.
Like what happens? Like, I wonder if my subconscious like gets to, I think I really would love ultimately some validation. Like, you did okay, Erica. Like, everything was all right. Let's talk about it. Like, let's review. Let's start from slide 1 and review your whole life. Let's talk about all the things that you did really, really well. And, I also want to talk about like, here's what, we, could have done. Like, if you would have did this differently, like I kind of like, I'm interested. Like, I want to wrap it up in a bow. And I feel like death is so like, there ain't no bow. And so it really like requires that you do what you want to do while you're alive. And so when we were talking about like deepest fears, like I feel like one of mine is just like never experiencing love. Y'all already know about my trauma with my family and whatnot. And so like, what if I feel like, I never felt that hoe, like what if I die unsatisfied with the way that my life has turned out? And I feel like one of the biggest, not biggest because I put like a huge emphasis on like marriage or whatever. I don't really even care to procreate at this point in time, but just like truly feeling love in life, like really being able to receive it and feeling open to it and like being able to genuinely, I feel like I give it back, but like, platonically, romantically, like I think like that is something if I didn't experience it and I was literally dying that I would be really sad about, because it would almost be like a confirmation as I have my last breath that like, ho, you really are lovable. Like you really aren't that hoe.
Damn.
So, yep, confirmed. Sorry, B. Ah, the devil's laughing at me.
At least you got the answer.
What? She said, at least it's confirmed, though.
Look.
Wow.
Like, I me and death, we're quite familiar with each other. So, no, I haven't died. I just had a lot of people die.
I was just about to say, like, wait a minute.
Did I? Well, shoot, if you want to, I did die. I came
y'all
back
be
to
thinking
life.
that y'all be dying sometimes? Like, do y'all ever think that, like, wow, I think this was a moment that I just nearly escaped death?
Yes.
And, like, there could have been another alternate, like, timeline of my life where I was supposed to die right now.
Yeah.
There was one time specifically that I had a sleeping bag really close to an outlet.
Oh.
And it like sparked up. It was like, and I just remember that I could have died in that.
Yeah, you could have died almost. Especially if it was made of plastic.
It was definitely it was one of those swishy materials. It was one of them swishy.
It might not be that conductive.
Think about the 90s like jogging suits. It was definitely a sleeping bag of that material. It burnt a hole in that hole.
Yeah, I was like, maybe would have been a little toasted.
I would have been real toast.
Well, I don't know. I have many experiences where I could have died today, but I didn't, Like,
How often does that happen for you?
Not so much recently, but definitely in my 20s. You just decide to take a chance and you made it out. Take a chance,
make a change.
But as somebody who has been around death and has like almost like crossed paths with it many times, like, you just won't care because you died, None of it matters. Now, I understand.
I want to matter. I also want to leave a legacy. Like, I want to make sure that I didn't go too early. Like, I want these hoes to talk about me. You can't have America without Erica.
Well, that's up to you to work on. And, I don't know if you notice if you don't know it already, but sometimes I be feeling like you have people who actually really love and care about you. And it's like, that's just not enough sometimes. Like, I understand we want romantic love, but it's just like, sometimes we have to sit and think like, okay, at this moment in time, this is enough because this is what I'm given. This is my gift. Mm-hmm. But if you over here worried about things you don't have, you're going to be distracted by the thing. Well, you're not distracted, but you're going to not see the things you do have. Mm-hmm. And then those things fall away.
Yeah.
And then you look back.
I think that's why my therapist was starting. It was literally like the last thing that she started to say. But she was like, I feel like you're grieving, because I definitely brought up the topic of like literally what you're exactly saying. And I'm like, it's so interesting to be building community, but I'm very fearful that community is going to like crumble and go away. Mm-hmm. And then I don't have anything to fall back on. Like most people have family to fall back on. And I'm like, yeah, I have my sisters and whatever. But like, I guess I'm just like, there's really no one here for me. So if I don't have the community that I'm trying to create, then I literally don't have like anything. And so my therapist was like, I feel like you might be grieving. And I'm just like, it's very interesting. And I want to know why you feel like you should say that. Because, she's just started to say that like, like I'm more and more becoming aware of like, my catchphrase, what is family? And like, what does that mean for me? And maybe like coming to terms with like the image of what it is for me. I don't know. Again, it was the very end of like our conversation. I was like, girl, you need to talk about that a little bit more. So yeah.
Look, then we had a question about like what role does community play with change? So you're saying you're working on building your community. What does your ideal community look like? Or you just have no idea right now?
A safe space. I want to be able to show up authentically and be accepted and not just tolerated, but like really embrace. Like if you weren't doing the things that you were doing, then like I don't know if it would be well received by those people. Like I really want it to be like truly the essence of who you are is perfect here in this space. And so like, yeah, I think for sure it's that. I think I want to be able to, with that authentically be like, here are all of my, not all because, places and spaces and like not exhausting people, but like, here's the things that I'm feeling. Are you going to receive them? Or are you going to be like, you're a stupid hoe? I would like to, obviously have all those things reciprocated. Obviously I don't think of it being like a one-sided relationship, but I just really want a safe environment to show up in. To me, that is community. I think where I am weak, there are people who are strong in that area and we are able to support each other, through what we can offer, and benefit from. And yeah, just be there for each other for who exactly they are. That to me is a beautiful little community.
Okay, well, I can say that to feel wholly, perfectly secure, I do feel like sometimes that's a fallacy in a way because there's moments when you do feel insecure, and that's not even like your community thing; it's a you thing,
Yeah.
Because if I don't feel too secure in myself, in my actions, then what I'm getting from my community or whoever responds
What's
to
the
me.
percentage?
What's the percentage?
Yeah. Like I'm like, how much insecurity is like acceptable to have in a relationship?
My thing is, if you feel like you really just can't, okay, if you really can't be honest with somebody, you probably need to kind of
I don't know why I just
reevaluate.
want so to me, I'm like 97%. I need to be 97% like secure and like 3% like insecure. Like I want to be able to be like, oh, we're going to have this conversation. I'm going to have it. And just like, there's always a chance, but I don't ever really want that to be like, ooh, this is like, I really have to think about this blocker. Like I really want to be able to go to you and be like, hey, I'm going to tell you what I feel. And I feel like you're going to have it. And I would be very, 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 very surprised if you didn't have it, like to me, that is what I would like to have.
I feel
that
like
is appropriate amount of
and
insecurity.
that comes with you being brave enough to have those conversations and also you being brave enough to accept them as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
I want yes men in my corner.
Nope, that's not a community.
I want relationships with people who agree with me 1,000%.
That's like a fan base. That's not really.
I want fans.
Okay,
Freaky. Oh,
I don't know what that was, but
it was Calm Your Way, Erica.
There's one thing to have like a elite band of followers, and again, this is why I don't really care for the whole like Beehive Navy type, fan core base. Because like no matter what they do, this person does, you're gonna still cape for this person, and it's just like I just like when somebody is just able to hold people accountable, and I feel like that's what's important in order to change and help you facilitate change in the best way possible. Because if you have a whole bunch of yes men around you or people who are afraid of you, then you're never going to change.
I guess what I'm saying is that it's not that I don't expect people to hold me accountable. It's to me that you're holding me accountable for a thing that I align with. Like, that's to me why I wouldn't be insecure, because I know what to expect. Like, I know I'm being a dirty hoe talking to Brokey, but I know that you're going to tell me that I'm being a dirty hoe because I already accept that ish. Now, it would be different if I really was like, no, this is going to be my man. And then I got to go to you and be like, so I'm talking to Brokey. And then you say something.
I'm going to say a joke and you're not going to like it. Because I'm like,
I'm not being a stupid hoe.
Okay, let's just say you was just like, that's my man, y'all. Like, he go get it together. Y'all, we going to be together. And I'm going to be like, okay. And and my thing is, like, my life, my past. I've been in that situation. It ain't gonna work out. Now, I'll tell you, and if you decide not to listen to me, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. But again, that's what I'm talking about is I love accountability. I'm saying that, like, it would be weird if, like, you were trying to hold me accountable for something that I didn't like. I guess I'm usually on the same page is what I'm saying. Like, if I would be like, this is what I'm doing. And it would, I don't know. There's no specific thing in this example, which is making it messy. But, like, I guess I'm just saying that, like, yeah, I would know it, because we have the same kind of ideology of how we would approach that kind of thing. So me going into a conversation with you, I would be prepared that, like, okay, here are the things that I feel like she's going to point out to me. But, like, I already know how, like, what that is, and, like, that how it's always going to be from a place of love because we've developed that kind of relationship and rapport, So therefore, I would be completely okay and comfortable being like, this is what I'm doing. Am I being a stupid hoe? Ha ha, ga ga ga.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you'd be surprised about what your friends point out. Sometimes your community actually, like, may not be ready. But it just, like, it's just that thing that's just like, yo, hey, might want to sit down for a second. We gotta talk about it. Like, I got some habits about myself that I really
What you trying to say to me, Jacqueline?
Huh? Oh, I was about to talk about myself. Oh, okay. Well, honey, what's up?
No, we'll say that for the next episode because I'm not ready. Continue. Girl. I don't know what you want to say, and I like to be prepared.
Oh, sometimes you may not be. I don't know. It's like, when is the right time? I'm talking about myself.
Okay.
So I'm talking about myself in this instance where it's just like, okay, there's some things I might need to, like, really, really get together. And, like, I'm uncomfortable with facing that fact. But, if my friends or my community decides to come and pull me to the side, like, yo, you kind of need to get this together. You gotta be real about it. You gotta be a big girl, Jackie. Yeah, it sucks to hear in the moment, but it's just like, okay. Like, this is what needed to be. This is what I need to hear, and it sucks because, I want everyone to eat my ass all the time. But as nice as that is, like, we need other stuff, Yeah, tell me what's
up. So you feel like when you're going through change, to bring it back to the topic, your community's responsibility is
my community's responsibility, I would say, just being supportive, like you guys have been in during this time. Like, you guys have been very supportive, and just, like, being an ear, being a shoulder, being a space. I appreciate that. That's the main role I believe my community play.
Yeah, you're tapping into some of the things that, I'd be like, I'm an emotional hoe. Okay, do you have space for me? Because, I just be willing to, like, express. Okay? Let me express this. Okay, I got something to get on my chest.
Well, I hope that, at least for me, I'm going to speak for myself. Like, I've created a space where you can, like, talk. Like, I told you before, I was like, stop being scared of me. Like, it's just me. Like, I'm literally that person that your face is so funny because literally I've been like, stop being afraid of me. Like, you can tell me what's up. And also, like, you can, like, we can talk,
Yeah.
Even if I get mad or whatever.
It's
like,
over with.
I understand that's your trauma. Because my thing is, I hope that I've shown you the difference between the people that you've come across before in your life, that you can have a conversation with me. So.
Yes. Thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Oh.
We are best friends till the end of time. I just want you to know that we are
best friends.
till the yeah, I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
Sometimes friends will fight. Oh, I think I created it.
Is that the song?
I think I think me and my little sister created a song to that song, you know?
Honestly, truly. Because those songs are 30 seconds long.
Yeah. I was like, this is a bop, Penny. Yeah. What other questions do we have on this topic?
I think that's pretty much all we had. I talked about my fears, about my life changes. We talked about how fear can be intimidating. I mean, we talked about having no fear. I mean, you didn't really go deep into that too much, but
yeah, what was yours?
Because we all got fear about. Well, I truly think there are people with like fears in life, and then there's some people who just don't.
Crazy.
But
tell me what that's like.
I think it's I think that's just a part of being a human. Change is inevitable, and how we adjust to these things, does require a lot. But overall, we can't deny the fact that support is beneficial.
Okay. So that'll take us into our Just Advice segment. If you have advice that you would like for us to give you, feel free to email us at justextrapodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you on any topic, right? Anything that you would like to ask us. So, if you want us to chime in, we'll read it on the podcast. You could stay anonymous if you don't want all our little hoes to know about who you is and what you dealing with. Maybe you got some bumps. I'm like, she's a nurse. She could help you maybe.
I can just tell you.
Just make sure you title it like for Jackie, because I don't want to see it.
And send pictures.
Yeah, you would have to send
pictures.
Yeah, you would have to send, because I broke out in hives and she helped me.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not just gonna if I can assist, I just hope don't let my voice intimidate, not intimidate, but just don't think less of my innocent quote unquote voice.
It's cute.
There's knowledge behind it,
He's wise.
I've studied it for a very long time.
32 years. Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so send us an email. It ain't got to be about bumps. Actually, I prefer not. Maybe bumps in your relationship or something.
If you have some health questions, you can ask. I actually don't mind it.
If you have questions about your career, since we're talking about what we do for our jobs and how we can help you, send them over. I just supported Earlene with some HR questions and support. Okay, so I know what I'm doing. Let me start my own consulting firm. All right, so for our Just Advice segment, what you gonna tell these hoes about fear and change to help them out?
As somebody who's still going through it, like I said, I'm learning to lean into my community, and no, it's okay to ask for help. Even though, oh God, I just be telling y'all shit. I need to take my damn self. Don't listen to me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so serious. I'm really this is for myself. I need to this is my birthday. I need to be okay with asking for help, asking for assistance. Thank you for making me feel pretty on my birthday, my birthday dinner or whatever. It's not the best that I could do, but it's just thank you for doing that, friend. And just I understand I'll be okay. I just right now. I just want to cry. That's it.
Oh, my friend. I'm here for you. I'm happy to help. It's nice to have a community that you can help, okay? So, you are very loved today and every day.
Thanks.
All right, you got this. It may be a little difficult, but the other side, I feel like it's going to be cute.
I think it's going to be lit, actually.
Yeah.
I just got to get over there.
we gonna help you. It's gonna be cute.
We're gonna hang out and have some new stuff. Look.
Yeah. Okay, Jackie's gonna invite me over to her place. Okay, maybe a future recording will be over there. You never know, right?
It'll be a good time.
Okay, great. Yeah, I mean, in a similar not similar to asking for change, but asking for help. I would like for us to understand that change is inevitable. I think that change is beneficial for your own success. Like, I feel like you should look at change being like, oh, like maybe I need to change in order to reach that next whatever situation, level, whatever, right? Like maybe what I'm currently doing, like, ain't helping. Okay. Maybe
I'll tell
there
you.
are things that you need to, switch up a little bit in order to get to that next better, whatever, right? So I think if you look at change as like, oh, this is actually potentially going to help me, then that's going to be to your own benefit. So embrace it, hoes. I hope y'all okay with me calling you hoes. It's a term of endearment, okay?
I hope me calling y'all niggas. No, that's a term of endearment as well.
Oh, right.
Like,
so that's the first time I've heard you say niggas and not niggers.
Whoa! I texted you.
This has been another episode of the Just Extra podcast. Feel free to follow us and hoes at Just Extra _podcast. We're on TikTok and Instagram with that handle, whatever the hoes be calling it. You can follow Jackie. Yay. Send her a happy birthday DM at all things Jay. You can follow me at Erica Stay Ready. It's Erica _Stay Ready for everything except for death, apparently. And we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.
We're just being extra.